And I would like also to say thank you to the Nepal Tourist Board, Dr. Raimi especially, and all the organization, because you are working so hard for making this great success, and also all the friends and people that you are here, and also media that you are here. We are very happy to be here in Nepal. What can I say? I love Nepal. I totally love Nepal. I came here, as a lot of people do, as a lot of visitors do, because of the mountains. But I repeat, and I repeat, and I repeat, because of the people, also the mountains, but especially for the Nepalese people. The first time I came here was in 2015 for doing something very, very original. Very original, that is, doing the Everest Base Camp trek. In that moment, the first impact was learning again what was big in my mind. Because in my city, in Barcelona, we have mountains, but now I think we have only hills. After being in Nepal, we have only we have only hills. Mountain is here. Here I learn again what is the meaning of big. Thank you. After this trek, I did it in a small group, but I wanted to talk a lot with the local people, because for coming here is paying money, and I didn't want to be with the people of my country. I want to talk with the people in the lodges, with the porters. I tried to carry like the porters things, and I cannot do only 2 steps. It was a totally mess. It was in that moment when I understand the importance of the work of the porters, only when I put myself in their skin. I talk with many guides. I talk with people of the local travel agencies, with people of tea houses, restaurants, a lot of people. And I started to discover the different and very rich Nepali culture. For us, in our point of view, it's very imagine to imagine one country with more than 100 different ethnics living together. And I think, oh my goodness, this is my country, it's impossible. We will be fighting all day, it's impossible. But here it's possible. Everybody has their own space and their own culture and their traditions, and everybody is very proud of this. And this is one thing, only one thing that I admire of Nepal. After the Everest Base Camp trek, I did the Mera Peak trek. And I must say that for me was not only one of the best trips in my life, I think it was the better month in my life. Because in that moment I connected with more wild Himalayas, being alone, talking with the people, sleeping at the home, respect as much as I can or as I know. But I'm not a climber. As you see, I don't look like a climber. But I run from a rhino in Chitwan the day after, in the day of my birthday, because I wanted to be here in the day of my birthday. Then I crossed the Pokhara Lake, and then I went to Lumbini, and feeling so much impressive things that, as you know, are in Lumbini, about, well, the origin of not only your culture, many cultures in the world, no? From my point of view, the best what happens in Nepal is not only about the nature of the cities, it's what's happening around, what happens in the corner, what happens when you ask for a tea in one lodge. Again, is the people, because finally, the important thing is the people. Finally, the last point is the people. I'm not a climber, but in my experience, I saw things that I didn't like. But are things that is not about you, it's about us. I don't know if the Western people, we know how important it is. Being, for example, in the Camp 2 in Mount Everest, and that suddenly someone provides you a soup, a hot soup. For making one small hot soup arrive to the Camp 2, it's a lot of struggle of many people, invisible people. And it's a lot of struggle and a lot of work behind. I think that a lot of people don't appreciate so much this struggle. When some climbers, international climbers, are in the Camp 4 in Mount Everest, and they are under a tent, and someone provides hot water. This shelter, who provides? It's the local people. It's impossible for us to arrive there without the local people, without all the tourist industry and business. It's impossible for us. But why some climbers, not all of course, I think that also we have kind people, why some climbers got the Sherpas of the photograph in the summit? You saw it, no? Oh, I arrived very proud. I arrived to the summit and I got the Sherpas. I arrived alone. No, you didn't arrive alone. It's impossible to arrive alone. I wanted to explain all this sacrifice, all this kindness, all this tolerance, and all this generosity in one book in my country that is called Sherpas, the other story of the Himalayas. Why? Because when I fell in love with Nepal, I started to read a lot of history things about the Nepal Himalayas, and I was only finding like Edmund Hillary stories, Mallory stories, all stories from a Western point of view. But I was thinking, no, I don't want this. I want to listen about Milo Jangsagna. I want to listen about the culture. I want to listen about the born. I want to listen about all the different ethnics you have. Where is this information? It's super less. And with the person who was my guide, Lakpan Sherpa, I said to him, explain me your culture, and let's explain our experience to see what happened. What happened is that this book was published 2 years ago, and we sold 3 editions, and it's sold out. And now we are going to print the 4th edition. This is more or less more than 3,000 books sold. Because in the Western culture, we like that kind of points of view about East and West. But the important thing about this is, with this money, and now I finished talking about regenerative tourism, that's why I'm here. With this book, I didn't earn €1. My part of the benefit as an author was I give to Lakpan Sherpa to share with the Sherpa community. He's from Karikola. And also another part of this, I talked with the SPCC for trying to quit 1 ton of rubbish of around Mount Everest as they manage. Let's see, sorry. This is Lakpan Sherpa, where I was with to meet his mom. You see the mom in the middle in their village near Karikola. And this is a ton of rubbish that we clean around Mount Everest with the collaboration of the SPCC. So that means that through one book of one experience in one beautiful country, finally you get resources to do this. That was in December 2020, when was the pandemic and the tourism was cancelled here. So we were happy to say, well, we would like to give more money or resources to the local people, but we have this money, but at least we're doing this. This is one of the things we do. And, well, I want to finish saying that only you can take care of one thing when you really know it. And when you really understand it, it's more easy to love it. And it's more easy to caress of it, isn't it? So for me, Nepal gave me, it's a very good point, Nepal gave me a new home, a new purposeful new life, a new husband, because I'm married with Lakpa finally, and a new family. Thank you very much.